Like many of today's teachers, you might feel more pressure than ever, and you might even be thinking about leaving the profession. At the Arlington ISD, we don't want to see any qualified teacher give up their passion in the classroom. In today's video, you'll learn how leadership development for teachers sets the Arlington ISD apart. I'm Anita Foster, and joining me today are three very special guests: Dr. Tracy Brown, our Chief Schools Officer; Jennifer Fuller, our Coordinator of Leadership Development; and then we have a teacher from Lamar High School. This is Susan McKissick, who is also a district lead teacher. Thank you all so much for joining us today to talk about a topic called leadership. Many people talk about it. It's harder to do, right? Dr. Brown, you have really spearheaded a formalized, structured leadership development program for the Arlington ISD. Walk us through what that program looks like and how it benefits teachers across our district.
Absolutely. So thank you, Anita, for the opportunity to be able to talk about Aspire AISD. We know that we have so much untapped talent in our district, and so we wanted to make sure that we had a formalized way to tap into talent in our system across the board. So no matter what role that you're in, that we want to grow and develop every single person. Now, the exciting part is most of our workforce, we have teachers, and we know that teachers make the most impact in what happens in the classroom. So the better we can produce great leaders in the classroom, the better outcomes we'll have for our kids. And so we launched a teacher leadership pathway, which I really am excited to talk to you about today.
So the teacher leadership pathway has several options, I guess, if you will, for teachers. Kind of walk us through those options, and then we're going to talk to our other guests because y'all are experiencing some of those options. But Dr. Brown, tell us, as a teacher, if I'm a classroom teacher, what are my opportunities in your Aspire leadership program?
Absolutely. We know that we have a lot of teachers who want to remain in the classroom, and so we still want to say there are a lot of opportunities for you to grow even as a classroom teacher. So with the evolution of our department lead, our level lead, and model teacher, we wanted to provide really robust learning opportunities for those who want to stay in the classroom. We also know there are teachers who aspire to lead in different capacities. So if you want to become an assistant principal or a dean of instruction or a principal, we have formalized leadership academies and a principal residence in partnership with SMU to help grow you towards your aspiring role as well.
This is one of the most exciting, I think, elements, if you will, that sets Arlington ISD apart from others, is that our classroom teachers can pick, I want to be a better classroom teacher, or I want to grow into a new role. And Jennifer Fuller, you're one of those classroom teachers who did just that. So talk to us about your journey and how you got to being the coordinator of leadership development in the district.
Thank you, Anita. I'm so excited to be here to talk with you about this because honestly, this whole journey evolved for me without having a formalized plan of where I wanted to go. So I've been an Arlington classroom teacher for 18 and a half years. And during that time, I was given lots of opportunities to grow in my own leadership skills. So I was able to be a department lead and a district lead teacher. And through that, the leadership in Arlington just really poured into me and helped me grow and just kept giving me opportunity after opportunity. And I just said yes so many times that I ended up in this coordinator role after all of that development. So I just feel so grateful to be in a district where they really believe in their teachers. They help us to stay inspired and feel supported as we are growing and trying new things. And in my new role, I get to support the teacher leadership pathway. So my primary charge is to help teachers who are in the leadership pathway now and really help give them the opportunities and experiences that I had to help them think of themselves as a leader in a new way and just grow in ways that will then help them stay on campus with their students and support their students in ways that they might not have thought about before. And
you mentioned helping teachers that are currently in the pathway, and that's you, Ms. McKissick. You're currently in the teacher leadership pathway. Tell us about your role and your experience so far.
Well, thank you, Anita. It's a joy and a delight to be able to brag on our district because we've got an extraordinary opportunity for teachers like me who would never in a million years want to be an assistant principal or a counselor. And I love teaching and I love being on campus with students, but having the opportunity then to influence and help other teachers broadens my ability to impact students. So when we started with some teacher focus groups a couple of years ago, I was selected to be on a teacher focus group. And I thought, I can do that. And then after our teacher focus group stopped meeting, we had some opportunities for district lead teacher and instructional coach, and I thought, I did okay on the teacher focus group. I have a little bit more confidence to put myself out there and see what happens. And I've never aspired to be more than just a teacher, but now I have the chance to influence and help other teachers, and that is extraordinary because other districts don't do that. I've been in another district, and Arlington has really provided me with a pathway I would not have dreamed of because I didn't want to go anywhere else.
You know, it's interesting because leadership sounds great, but it's hard to execute. You know, but in the Arlington ISD, we don't just talk about leadership, we learn it every day, and it never stops. Dr. Brown, you lead this whole effort, and you take a subject as, I guess, a fluid as leadership, and you've turned it into something structured. How does that actually help students in the long run?
It does. It helps students significantly because what we've done is we've outlined a specific leadership behaviors that we expect to see across the board, from teachers all the way to administrators. If you're drilling down to high expectations, for example, and you across the board have a standard for what high expectations look like, then you're going to translate that into performance in the classroom. And so we believe that our leadership definition anchors all of our leadership work, and then we are then translating those into behaviors in the classroom.
You know, the Arlington ISD was one of the first districts to participate in a program with the Holdsworth Institute. And Dr. Brown, you were involved in that. How has that leadership development led to where the district is today?
It's been instrumental. And 5 years ago, we partnered with the Holdsworth Center to really help us transform how we view leadership in our organization and how we can help take our leadership to greater depths and new heights. And so that partnership helped us understand what behaviors we were looking to see in everyone across our system, and then create solid, robust systems and pipelines to be able to then have people who are on the bench waiting to come into those roles who are more prepared because we provided them additional learning and support.
And Ms. Fuller, I'll ask you this question. What would you say to a teacher who is looking maybe to move a district and is considering Arlington ISD? How can becoming a teacher in Arlington and participating in this Aspire program actually boost their career?
In Arlington, the opportunities that we have for teachers to collaborate through leadership will leave you inspired, will leave you excited, will help renew the enthusiasm that has been challenging to continue on in the last couple of years. So getting to work with teacher leaders, we get to spend time together and really connect with other teacher leaders, not just on your campus. And so I think in Arlington, we have this unique opportunity to grow together, to build on our own strengths and to support each other in the hard times. And I think that is a really unique thing that makes Arlington special and has helped my leadership development and just helped us have a great connection as we work to do things that'll help our students.
Well, I think you just brought up such an important point. And as a classroom teacher now, Ms. McKissick, over at Lamar High School, we've been through two of the roughest years probably in the history of public education. How has being involved in this leadership track really helped you to be able to not only get through it, but with such a great outlook ahead?
Well, we know and we have to acknowledge how difficult it has been for students, for parents, for families, and for teachers in the last 2 years. And we've held on to each other so closely because we need that kind of support and the camaraderie that we're able to develop with other teachers. But working with the teacher leadership group that I've had the privilege of working with, and with Jennifer's leadership, we've created this small group that is so close and so affirming. We've had the opportunity to share highs and lows, and I think that what we've done in that group has really strengthened us to go forward and to move on and to go back to school the next day and to be vessels for our students that are filled with joy and light, because they need that. They need us to be the very best we can be. And we've got to have each other to do that.
I think that's leadership in the human definition of living it every day, not just talking about it. And that's what the Arlington ISD does. Dr. Brown, I want to end with you today because you said something earlier I want to circle back to for any of our teachers that are considering joining the Arlington ISD. This model is not a one-size-fits-all model. You meet the teacher where they want to be, right?
Absolutely. So we believe that as a teacher, you're in the driver's seat. So you get to determine your own path, whether it's to stay in the classroom, whether it's to become a department level lead, whether it's to become a district level lead teacher, or aspire to lead in central office or in administration or counseling, that you get to determine your path. And our job is to make sure that we curate really robust learning experiences for you to help you grow in your current role or towards your aspiring role.
Well, you guys are all phenomenal examples of strong leaders helping to develop other strong leaders. That's really aspiring. It's our Aspire program in the Arlington ISD. You can find out more about that program at AISD.net/aspire. Also, if you're looking for a teaching position and you want to get to know us better in the Arlington ISD, just go to AISD.net/jobs to join us for our job fair on April 23rd, 9 to 1. We'll be at the Career Tech Center right in the heart of Arlington. That website again, AISD.net/jobs. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us today, talking about our new Aspire program for very aspiring leaders. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you all. We'll see you on our next video.